Hey, oh yeah. Hey, what's going on? Bedroom Talk Podcast, episode 12. Take two. Take two. I had a first take, it was terrible. For some reason, I don't know, it was terrible. Planning is bad for this podcast. Let me just tell you that. If I plan what I want to talk about, it just falls apart. My structuring is bad. I actually still want to talk about the thing that I had planned, but I don't know how I want to approach it this time. Welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode. We're dumbing it down a little bit today. I guess. No, I said this is the standard. This is the standard. We're not dumbing it down. This is what Bedroom Talk Podcast is. Everything else is extra juices on the side. Okay? Don't get used to me. Don't get used to me. You're getting used to me. I'm joking. How's it going? How was the weekend? What are the plans for the week? You know, is that it's cold? Actually, it's been better. Past few days, I like the winter. But I don't think. Well, I don't know. I feel like it's not as cold as it used to be. I don't know. That's how I feel. Or maybe I'm not, exposed to it as much. Cause yeah, but still, it's not as cold as it used to be. Like it's cold, but like I don't. It's not that bad, unless it hasn't like sizzled in. It giving like relaxing now. If this is it, yo, stuff is real. If this is the end of winter, that thing is real. Yeah, but it's not that cool. Plans for the week. So some people, it's exam season. For to those people, good luck. I don't know. Maybe exam times were scrambled. With the COVID. Am I gonna say again? It's counts how many times I say If I had time and I actually cared, not actually cared, but like if I had time, I would actually on YouTube, I would have like a counter of me saying every time I say it would go up. If you have the time, you can do that. If you can do that and you send it to me, I'll remove this episode on YouTube and put that version with the count on YouTube. But I'm not gonna do it though. I don't. No, I'm not gonna do that. I don't have that time. And I had an idea. Of I don't know. I had an idea of animating the podcast. Yo, that's a very daunting task, but for real, I thought about it. I thought about animating the podcast for YouTube, but like not creating stuff that's not there. Just animating myself. Yeah, just animating myself. Just for it to be more welcoming on YouTube. That still picture. I don't know. It's just a thought that I had. Now I'm trying to figure out a segue to get into the story that I want to tell. Let's just get into it. I want to talk about taxi experiences. Yo, I've had some really funny taxi rides. You remember that movie? That movie, Taxi Ride. That was funny. With who's that guy? David Gao, and the first time I ever saw Skumba was on what's it? Taxi Driver. Anyway, speaking of Taxi Driver, and my dad sent me a video of a taxi crash, and that guy just lit out. Like two taxis crashed on an intersection, and that guy just lit out. I don't know why my dad sent me that. I guess I had an uncle. Oh no. Speaking of my dad, Yo, I had an uncle visit us at my house, right? It's, it's so messed up. I was at home. My dad, right? And we they had a visitor. Wait, hold on one moment. This thing's making noise. Okay. Yeah. I was at home and we had a visitor, and it was an uncle of mine that I hadn't seen in a while. And I don't know what's the deal with these Madalas. This guy though, as soon as I walked in, first, as soon as I walked in, the first thing he said to me when he saw me, this is how he greeted me. I hadn't seen this guy in years. And apparently he had been at my house for a few days, like 2 days. I saw him on the second day. As soon as I walk in, this is how he greets me. Ah, Twitter. I promise you, that's what he said. I walked in, I was like, yo, I greeted everybody, and everybody else greeted me properly, and his response was, oh, Twitter. What the fuck? Who the fuck is Twitter? These Madalas, dog. I think these Madalas is jealous because they don't have the things that we have. This Madala called me Twitter, dog. As soon as I walked in, I was gonna talk about taxis, and I started talking about my uncle. Shout out to that uncle. He's cool though. Oh yeah, my dad. How did I get to this? My dad sent me pictures of Crash, and then taxis. Yeah, very very like I don't know if there's this thing like taxis are very prominent in South. No. So I've had my fair share of experiences with taxi. So I'm gonna give you guys two instances that I was in the shower and I remembered all them. One of them, I was of course I was in the taxi. One of those taxis where you have to wait a really long time inside the taxi for it to move. And we were waiting, and there was all these old people in the taxi. I felt like, oh no, I wasn't the only kid, but not kid, but like young person. Hey, I'm a young blood away. So like with all these old people in the taxi, and this argument broke out. Wait, there's another one. There's two stories about taxi I want to tell. What's the other one? Oh, I got it. Hold on, get to that one. Let's finish this one. So there's all these old people in the taxi, and for some reason this argument started brewing, bro. They started arguing about one of the ladies in the taxi was talking about someone else's daughter having a child, and there was some complication about who the father was and blah blah blah, and it was like old people in the taxi, and this argument began about like illegitimate children, and this lady was this guy, one because the lady brought the whole thing up, and there were two other Madalas involved in the conversation. Oh my god, I shouldn't drink Oros before the podcast. There were two other Madalas in the conversation. One of the Madalas was like, yo, of course, the Madala was like, hey, all these girls, man, sleeping around, blah, 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 blah. Coming with the baby and all that stuff. He was saying like, if my girl came with a kid, not married, I'll kick her out, blah, 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 blah. Actually, this is another point with something that I had discussed before. This thing is passed on. Like that, whatever this Madala said, this Madala is going to say that thing to like the kids around him. And that's how they're going to grow up. And we all know where that leads. But anyway, so this Madala was saying all that, like, hey, if my daughter comes back with this, like pregnant, kick her out, blah, blah, blah. It brings shame, that stuff, right? That's one of the madalas. And this other madala, he came with another perspective, this madala. In my opinion, the proper perspective. You make up your own mind. So this madala came with the perspective of saying that he would be more. He felt that it was stupid to feel how this madala was feeling towards the girl child. You know? Because this other madala was insinuating that if his son comes with a kid, he's my son, the surname and all that bullshit. But this other madala was like, bro, he felt the opposite way. And his reasoning is what was like, yo, he shut everybody up in the taxi. I can't believe I'm telling the story. Yeah, it shut everybody up in the taxi. For some reason that day I didn't have, music for myself. So I listening to all these stories. So this man was like, yo, the only time I would kick out a child of mine for having a kid. Now, he was very specific about it being, even if he doesn't it wasn't supposed, even if they're still in school, right? Some shit like that. So he was saying the only time he would be upset or even think about kicking out his kid for having a kid, it would be if it was a boy. He said he would never do that if it was a girl. Why? Why? Because logically, it's easier to know. Of course, it's easier to know that it's the girl's child than it is to know that it's the boy's child. So he was saying that you are kicking out this daughter of yours who has a child that you know is yours. Oh no! Yo, I missed an important part of the story. This Makrisa that started this whole thing was saying this person who had a kid had raised this kid for so long only to find out it wasn't their kid. So this guy was saying, if my daughter's pregnant and they have a kid, I'm willing to raise their kid because I know that kid is mine. That's my grandson or my grandchild or my granddaughter. But if it's a boy, that's the only time I'll be skeptical. That's the only time he would rather chase out a boy with a living baby than he would never chase out a pregnant daughter, basically. And I really like that whole thing though. Like for real. Yo, I don't want to say this, but I'm deeply inclined towards having daughters. Okay, that was like one of the things that pushed me over the edge even, I don't know, for real though. There's too many things. It's on you, bro. If you mess up, not if you mess up, but it's on you. Let me just say that. I don't want to elaborate. Me, I want daughters. Okay? Because if daughters come with the baba, it's mine though. I know. If it wasn't planned. But if this mchana of mine comes with a son, I don't know this kid. Who's this kid, bro? Do you know this kid? Do you know this kid, bro? You don't know this kid, bro. I don't know why you put this kid to my house. We need to find out whose kid this is, bro. I don't care what you tell me. I don't care what you think. We need to find out whose kid that is, bro. Yeah, think about that, fellas. You need to change your mind when it comes to that. When it comes to plenty of things, but that's like one of them. Don't chase out the girl, bro. Bring her in. That guy, he taught me. I learned that something that day, and I'm gonna do exactly what I did. If my daughter comes home pregnant, though, that's when I embrace the most. That's when you're like, okay, Fairy, keep it cool. I'm not saying reward, the situation, but there's gonna be a time for, I don't know if you want to call it reprimanding or whatever, but if it happens during that time, dog, you need to be as welcoming and as open as possible. That's what I think. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause that's your kid. Cause you have is your daughter or kid. That's if you have for sure. If you don't have that, then I don't know. The argument in the taxi didn't go beyond that scope. That was the scope of the argument, you know. But if you have a daughter and you got what's going on, and she's about to have a kid, that's your kid. That's the only time you can be certain. And it's not to say that you shouldn't trust your son's lover, but I'm talking about certainty here. You know, you cannot be certain because you don't know what's going on in that relationship. But if it's your daughter, you can see it before it happens while it's still baking in the oven. Yeah, it's just something I wanted to share about that text here. Here's another one. This one is funny to me anyway. Now picture this. I'm not gonna pass any judgment. I'm not gonna say you guys know how these. No. I'm just gonna tell you what happened. One of the best times, like it freaked me out. It didn't freak. Okay, I'm passing judgment again. Let me not pass judgment. Let me tell what happened. So again, I'm trying to get into a taxi that you have to wait for it to, everybody's getting so it can move. So I'm in this taxi. For some reason, I don't have my headphones again. I think I should. Okay, whatever. To anybody that uses headphones in a taxi, you should stop doing that. So, I was coming from school. Was I? Yeah, I was coming from school. Both instances, I was coming from school actually. So I'm in a taxi. I'm waiting for it to get full so I can go. And this there's this group of taxi drivers and taxi marshals outside. So they hang out outside. The taxis, all waiting for the taxis to get in the line so that everybody can get in the taxi. Blah blah. So they're all chilling outside, right? So I'm in the taxi and they loud. These guys, they own the taxi rank. You know. So they're talking, they have an argument, right? And there's this guy among them that I spot. He just stands out, right? He's dressed really well. He looked like, actually, now that I think about it, he looked like what's this guy? Big Zulu, right? He didn't have any logs, but he was a big, like, buff, not like buff, but big. For some reason, I don't want to say Big Zulu's buff. It's just big, right? So one of those guys was big, and it was just. I think he had white pants on, bro. He had white pants, white. If it wasn't white pants, it was white shoes, but they were clean. I remember something white and clean he was wearing. I was like, yo, this guy. And he was shining, bro, among all these other guys. These other guys were like, old taxi driver guys, Their taxis were nice. They were not, pleasant looking. Nah, I'm not passing judgment. I'm just saying what I saw. This one guy looked amazing, and he had, I think he had a blue, I'm going to describe his outfit. He had loafers. Okay, now I guess the pants were white, because the loafers were black. He had white pants, tight pants, and a tight, blue, t-shirt. It was tight, because it's a big guy. Not fat, though, like big Zulu, right? And they're having an argument, and he's making fun of one of these other guys, these taxi drivers. I think he was making fun of the guy that was going to drive our taxi. He's making fun of him. He's speaking there, right? Now, keep in mind, it's taxi rank, okay? Waiting for a taxi. There's a group of Zulu taxi drivers making fun of each other in Zulu, okay? Because, of course, we're in a taxi rank, right? And those men are observably speaking isiZulu, and they're making fun of each other in isiZulu, right? And this well-dressed guy, I'm dragging out the story. This well-dressed guy is making fun of these other guys, and out of nowhere, the jokes were not funny. He was just making fun of some nickname, and out of nowhere, I swear, I kid you not, this is what I heard, right? Like, I need you to picture it. Like, you're in a taxi rank, you see those guys arguing, right? And the well-dressed guy, this is what he says. And I'm going to try and say it exactly how he said it. This is exactly how he said it. I promise you, this is what he said. So they're arguing, right? And he goes, wait, let me remember. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I got it. So they're arguing. And this well-dressed guy, he just goes, Hi, hi, hi. Don't even try and justify it. Don't even try and justify that, dog. I swear to you, he said that. Don't even try and justify it. Don't even try that. Don't even try and justify it. I promise you, this guy looked like Big Zulu. He was making fun of these guys in Zulu, and he just threw that out there, and he never said anything again like that. He just said it once. I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's funny to me. It was funny to me. I swear he said that. Yo, don't even try to justify. Don't even try to justify that. Oh man, I'd never heard the word justify in taxi, bro. In taxi rank, it was funny to me. Okay, if it wasn't funny, I'm sorry. Dragged it out for so long, it wasn't funny. Don't even try and justify it, bro. This is me justifying it. Okay. Enough about that. It was fun though. It was fun to watch. I liked that. It was a funny experience. Okay. Hey. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I'm trying to remember another taxi experience that I had. It was funny. Oh, I had this one guy. Yo, I've been in many taxis, yo. I have. It's true. Back in school. I use taxis a lot. It's one time, also coming from school, there was a I don't know. Please, I'm not passing any judgment, okay? It's hold on. Where's my slippers now? Come on. Okay. It's very important that you guys understand that I'm not passing any judgment. These are observations. Okay, I observed what I'm telling you guys. Don't even try to justify it, bro. That's the new slogan of the podcast. My nose is blocked up. Okay, right? Yeah, I'm feeling weird. Observations, I swear. So in a taxi, it's moving. And of course, this almost everybody's been through this one. If you take taxis, if you are a motorist or have been a motorist all your life, you missed out. Okay, not on much, but you missed out, right? So there's this dude in the front. This name of this episode actually is called Bedroom Talk Podcast Taxi Edition. This dude in the front, he was counting money, and of course, sometimes taxi mass can be troublesome. Let's just put it like that. So homie, I don't think he was having trouble though. I don't know, but there was trouble. He had trouble, and so he was confirming with everybody. Yo, I actually had a situation like that. Yo, wait, mine is quick. I was counting money in the front, and I was down 5 rand. I couldn't, someone couldn't get their change of 5 rand, or the driver or somebody couldn't get their 5 rand change, right? And I'm like, yo, somebody, shoot the 5 rand. Shoot the 5 rand. No, shoot the 5 rand, guys. Shoot the 5 rand. And I messed it up. I pinned it on me when they said give everybody their money back. And I gave everybody the money back, and I was the last person to, I was the last person to. I gave myself money at the end, so it seemed like I was the one who was missing the 5 rand, and it wasn't me, bro. It wasn't me. But because of how it played out, people were like, "Okay, it's you." I'm like, "No, it's because I gave you guys first." Okay, I'm like. Yo, that was a dumb move. I should have taken my money first and then give everybody. And then whoever it was the blame was gonna fall on them. For some reason I gave them first, and then they sort of like, yeah, it's you. I'm like, no, it's not me, guys. But it wasn't like bad. They were not yelling at me. It was ladies. Like old ladies. Let me tell you, it has a happy ending. I'm like, yo, should be friend, guys. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. I had my money. Everybody has their money. Everybody, like, it made sense, but for some reason, the five friends not there. So I stand up. I'm trying to check, under the seat, blah, blah, blah. And I promise you, how the issue got resolved before I got off. The ladies, I told him, like, I was like, I don't know. I guess I have a sincere face. I don't know. I don't know if you can see my face on Instagram, but you be the judge of my sincereness if I look sincere. But like I told him, like, yo, honestly, like, I don't have the $5 yo. I don't know what's going on. And if I had an extra $5, I would have given them the money, but I didn't have it. I didn't have an extra $5. It was tough. I didn't have an extra $5. If I had that extra $5, like, on me, I wouldn't even have said anything, bro. I wouldn't have said anything. I would have just added onto the thing and just gave them the money like it was nothing. But I didn't have it, so I had to. So I tell them, and how it got resolved. The ladies, for some reason, they believed me, and they're like, okay, let's, like, everybody come together, one rand, whoever's willing to contribute, let's all contribute to make this $5 and give it to the driver, so everybody, so this can end. These ladies did that. They're like, yo, every 2 rand, 1 rand, 1 rand, 1 rand. I'm like, alright, cool, thanks guys, everything is more than these ladies, So I gave this taxi guy his money. And I kid you not, as I'm about to get off, I'm about to stand up and get off, the $5 was, like, folded into my t-shirt. I was wearing a t-shirt, or was it a jacket? I don't know, a hoodie. I think it was a hoodie. The folds of the hoodie, it had fallen in one of the folds, and it stayed there the whole time. And I was counting the money, and I made another dumb decision. I showed them. I don't know what's going on. Because I felt like I was, like, they appreciated me being sincere. I was like, okay, this is me now. If I start lying now, I lose all credibility, even though I'm about to get off. So I showed them, and I'm not comfortable telling you what happened afterwards, but I'm gonna tell you. But you are gonna be the judge of what that meant. I'm really not comfortable saying it, but they said I could keep it. $5. They said I taught him that yeah, and I kept it, and I didn't use it. I gave it to my sister. I didn't use it. I didn't use it. Come on, I didn't use it. It felt bad. I felt bad. I don't think, okay. I made a mistake, and I got paid for that mistake. So clearly, I don't deserve this, And they know I don't deserve it, but I don't know if they were playing my mind. I don't know. But I said it had an happy ending. It had a happy intermission. Yeah, the end of the intermission was happy, and then the ending was bad. And then I had another story. I guess this is gonna be it. The podcast is gonna be taxi stories. Another one was So again, no judgment, observations. So there was this guy in the front. He was counting money. He was having trouble. Okay, figuring everything out. So he was asking questions like, "Yo, who paid this? Who paid that?" And he was very upset. He was really, really upset. And it seemed like he was panicking. He was panicking. And I felt, I don't know, I sympathized, sympathy or empathy. I sympathized with the pressure that he was feeling because he was struggling to count money in a taxi, and he was a gay guy. He was a visibly gay guy. So as he's asking these madalas in the taxi, like, did you pay? The answers, you can tell with these madalas. When they respond to him, there's that undertone. So I felt like that added extra pressure on the guy, bro. So when he's asked, like, he has to act it out. I guess you need to have like different Englishes, There's English, there's school English, there's job English, work English, interview English, I don't know. But yeah, like homeboy was having a tough time. Just communicating with these guys, never mind the whole money issue, just communicating with these guys, he was having a tough time. And on top of feeling empathizing or sympathizing with him, it was funny. Okay, the whole run around was funny. I was sitting next to not visibly, but like a guy with an accent, so he was clearly from outside, up north of South R, right? What's it? Northeast, right? So I'm with this guy, and he's making me laugh because he's complaining about this whole situation. Like, actually, speaking of Zimbabweans, he had a Zimbabwean accent. This guy's, he was undermining everybody's intellect in the taxi, and I've experienced that too many times. I was laughing; that was funny what he was saying, but he was like clearly undermining everybody's intelligence in the taxi. This Zimbabwean dude. Anyway. So the gay dude in the front is frustrated though. And the Zimbabwean guy is making me laugh. So I had this smug on my face. For there was a moment when the gay dude in the front was looking at me. Right? Because he was trying to, was trying to count or whatever. There was a moment where he turned around and he looked at me. And the Zimbabwean guy had stopped talking. And I still had this smile on my face, and it really bugged the gay guy, bro. Cause I was looking at him, and he looked at me, and I had this smile on my face, and he was frustrated, and he got really. I elevated him being upset, but I didn't say anything. But I could tell in his face, like, yo, this guy's pissed at me now. Cause when he got off, he was like staring daggers at me. He stared daggers at my eyes, dog. He was like, what the fuck? I was really upset. So publicly, I want to apologize to that guy, but like, I was simple. I felt like, cause I had been. It was after my 5 rand. Oh, was it before? That was before actually. No, it wasn't after. What was it? Yeah, it was. It was before. I felt for him. Everybody giving him shit answers, just because of how he's talking. And then I had this smile on my face. I added on to that pressure. I felt bad, so I'm sorry to that guy. It wasn't I wasn't trying to mess with you, bro. The Zimbabwean guy was busy saying, "What is the problem?" Okay, I'm not gonna do Zimbabwean accent. I can though. Trust me, I can, but I'm not gonna do it. He was like, what's like? He was basically, flabbergasted by how difficult it was for so many South Africans in the taxi to do simple math, arithmetic, right? So it was like, I mean, like, what's the deal? Like, how easy should this be? He had these solutions that he wasn't gonna say out loud. Actually, he tried saying them out loud, but like no one was listening because everybody was fighting. And yeah, he was like visibly undermining us. I think that's it. I think this podcast is only taxi stories. I can't tell you anything else, guys. Like, BedroomTalk podcast, taxi stories. I don't know what's going on with my nose, but I'm blocked up. No Reddit today. Is my phone off? Oh no, it isn't. Yeah, no Reddit today. I don't know. Should I go through one? I'm not gonna make another podcast bonus. Nobody listens to the bonus. Why did you guys listen to the bonus? I made a bonus 2 weeks ago. Nobody listens to that thing. Out of my 6 listeners, only 1 person listened. What's wrong, guys? You didn't like the bonus. Maybe I should start doing Reddits. I'm doing one Reddit thing for the last time. Unless I have a guest, I'll do Reddits with a guest. But you guys, I don't know. Hold on, I have to find something juicy here on Reddit. Um, what? Oh, okay. Um, here we go. We are gonna go do. I'm gonna do because I'm by myself. Would you rather? It's a Reddit subreddit called "Would You Rather." Okay, where's the things now? What situation would you rather take? Komodo dragons. Okay, let's read this one. I don't know. Oh my goodness, why is it so long? Okay, it describes the animals. This is a podcast, but I'm not gonna separate them this time. So for the next like 15 minutes, it's gonna be me talking about these would you rather situations. So I hope I can make them entertaining. Which situation would you rather take? Bullet ants. You stepped in a mound of ants, and 500,000 of them are coming to attack you. Your weapon is a flamethrower. Dude, come on. With enough fuel to last 20 seconds. If you can't kill all of them using the flamethrower, you either need to stomp on them or get creative. Your environment is the rainforest. Yo, can you set like a wet tree on fire? Or like a wet branch, and get that thing, Fuzak, with the branch. Okay, this is gonna be too long. I'm sorry. Let's do a quick one and I'll just leave, yo. Which would you rather do before you die? Would you rather read all books, watch all movies, visit every place in the world, help every person in the world within your capabilities, keep creating your art to leave a mark on the world? Whew. Yeah, that's actually interesting to me anyway. So let's go through all of them and pros and cons. Number one, read all books. And then read all books and then rather write books than read books. If like that's all I'm gonna do, right? Before I die. That's what's it? I don't know. What's the word? For pompous or egotistic or whatever. I'd rather write books than read books. That's hilarious. I actually met a guy that write books. I don't know why I was so amused by that guy. I seemed to be more amused than I should have been, but I really was. That guy told me he had 4 books he'd already written, and I saw them. I'm gonna buy all of them. I'm gonna buy them, bro. He said I should follow him on Instagram. That guy, he had like physical books, bro. 4 of them. He made a joke about I think he said Stephen King. He made a joke about Stephen King. Some super writer guy saying he's trying to, reach that amount of books. He's trying to write that many books. I don't know what writer he referred to. Yeah, but I don't know. For me, it was cool. For some reason, it didn't seem cool to other people. But to me, I was impressed. I was impressed. Like, he had 4 books. Actually, let me fucking plug him. Check this guy out. Where's his Instagram? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I liked what I saw. His name is Craig Kanyemba. Yes. His name is Craig Kanyemba. He is a writer. And as a website, you can go to craigkanyemba.co.za. CraigKanyemba.co.za. You can buy 4. Yeah, I think it's 4 books. You can order his books on there. I don't know, like, I just want to get those books because I don't know, that guy was like, yo, I write books. I'm like, what? Oh, there's 3 on the website. I think the one he had on him isn't, yeah. Or is that the third one? Oh, yeah, he has three books. He had this one. Okay, yeah. A Motherless Child, Friendly Advice, and Against All Odds by Craig Kanyambe. They all look legit. I mean, this guy, dog. Why was I talking about Fred? Oh, read all books, alright? Oh, yeah. Nah, fuck that, dog. Read all books before I die. Nah, dog, I'm cool. I'll write you a killer book. Watch all movies. Let's put a pin on that one. Visit every place in the world. Hey, but the logistics. If you know me, I don't fucks with. Whoa. Imagine what it would take to get to where I'm so, like, the preparation of going there. Oh no, it would kill me. I know like the destination is gonna be fire, but for me, for some reason, the prepping is gonna be too much. This is too long a podcast. Let's get it done. Help every person in the world within your capabilities. I'm not that capable, so no. Keep creating your art. Keep creating your art to leave a mark on the world. I think between creating my art and watching all movies, I'm not gonna read a book. I'm not gonna read all books. I'd rather write a book because I'm not gonna make a fuck making movies. Actually, create, keep creating your art to leave a mark on the world. So my art has to leave a mark. So I'd rather create art that leaves a mark on the world. And that's the end of the podcast. Thank you for listening. Extra 10 minutes today. I hope it's well received. Last week's podcast did well. Yeah, thank you for listening. Follow on Twitter. Hey, I'm breathing onto the mic now. Follow on Twitter at BedroomTalk_. Why can't I remember? I think it's BedroomTalk_. And then on Instagram is BedroomTalk_podcast. Right? Or BedroomTalk_P. Let me get it right for the first time. On Twitter it's on Twitter it's BedroomTalk_. That's it. BedroomTalk_. And then on Instagram, did I say Facebook? On Instagram is BedroomTalk_podcast. Yeah. Alright. Thank you, everybody. Let's this meeting is adjourned. Have a good week. And a very, 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 very a very important word of advice from one of the wisest men I know in my life. This is very crucial advice, right? And this is how we're gonna end the podcast today. Thank you very much. Kulungile, bye.